Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sarah, and we're the Global Geezers.
We're at a place called the Entrance in Australia, and this Airbnb we're staying at, we've been at for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's really been nice. Technically, we're in the Central Coast, which is kind of a known area on the east coast of Australia, including Sydney and kind of all the way up to Brisbane.
Yeah.
Is where they consider Central Coast.
We're going to show you the Airbnb that we stayed at. So let's go.
Welcome. So right inside the door, you have the laundry room, which is really nice because you have a full sink, cabinet underneath, and it's also kind of a broom closet. It's a nice size space. And then the next door, the linen cupboard. And there's all kinds of supplies in here, extra towels, extra sheets, a vacuum, an extension cord, all kinds of stuff, which is really, really nice. Then you walk into the living room, nice and roomy. So there's a nice couch. That's where I kind of hang out most of the time, with a coffee table and places to put my stuff. I had to plug my stuff over here because that's the closest outlet that I had, but that worked. I had tape and I kind of taped it out of the way. Over here is Kevin's desk, and he had a nice space for his with plugs and extension cords, so that worked pretty well for him. There's a bookcase which has not just books but also games, and there's Wi-Fi and a TV, which we didn't really use. There's only a couple channels, local channels, which was fine, but we don't really watch that much TV. We have this little seating area, which was nice. We actually used these playing a game and also sometimes sitting and enjoying coffee, and we turned them around to look outside. And then we have the kitchen. There's a decent amount of space in here. There's lots of room to store things, and there's lots of supplies. Plenty of plates, bowls, cups, mugs, glasses, silverware, that kind of thing, to where we didn't have to worry about, if we use stuff and we wanted to use more, yeah, you get the picture. Oven. The stovetop is electric, which works fine. I personally prefer gas, but it all worked great. There's a toaster, a coffee maker, and a kettle, and a microwave. And then there's also a full-size fridge and freezer. And there's some other things in the cupboards, like a panini, like a sandwich press, rice cooker, things like that. Oh, and there's a dishwasher that we didn't use.
To turn on the stove, you need to switch that, or else your stove isn't going to work. So that's got to go down.
The dining table's nice and big. There are 6 chairs. Obviously, we only needed 2. But it's nice and big. There's room to spread out. They have placemats here, which was nice because it's a glass table. But yeah, it was very comfortable. And it's surrounded by windows facing the patio.
As you can see, they have these chairs. I tried to use one for my desk over there, but my leg kept hitting it, so actually that chair is from the patio outside. I just kind of took it in and used it. So.
It sits a little bit lower.
Sits a little bit lower, so it's easier on my knees.
There is an air conditioning unit in here, and it's the only air conditioning unit in the whole house. At first we were concerned about that, but as you can see, there are fans. There are 2 ceiling fans in here, and there's a ceiling fan in each of the bedrooms. And our host Craig has set them so that they pull the air through the entire place. Leave the air conditioner on at night and it will pull the air into the other rooms. And we did that and it was very comfortable. So, all right, the patio. All right, this is the patio. It's nice and big. It's really nice because you can hear the birds, and there's tons of them, and they make much different sounds than what we're used to in the States. So it's very interesting and sometimes comical. These are really cushioned. These pull out, and you can kind of maneuver things around with this set. It's very comfortable. There's a larger setup over here in case you have more people, kids, you name it. And then there's a little set over here in the corner, and that little table actually proved to be the perfect size for us to play a game in between those two big fluffy chairs. And so we just scooted it in there, and it worked great for that. But yeah, we had construction over here for part of our stay, but most of it outside seems to be done because they just finished putting the fence in. So, and it looks really nice. There is no drying rack inside, but there is a nice long line for outside.
That we didn't really use. We kind of made our own little contraption.
Yes, we did. There's a hook over on that far wall to attach it to, but that would mean just one line all the way across. When we had multiple things, or we kind of wanted to spread things out a little bit more, we thought, okay, well, if we go around here, then we have like a double layer to kind of hang stuff across, and that actually worked really well. So that's kind of how we set it up most of the time. There is also a barbecue in the backyard. We didn't use it. It looks like it's a nice size for just about anything you might want to cook on there. There was one morning, when the sun was coming up through the trees out there, that it hit some of these, and it made this like disco room in here. It was so pretty, but it hit all the walls, and that was the only day it did that. So it must have been the one day in the entire year where it hits that one spot coming through the trees over here and does that. So, yay! Coming down the hall, there is the second bedroom on the right, which has two single beds, and there is a big window over here that opens to the patio. And we used it as our stuff room. If you need to use the sofa bed, there is bedding up here, and it's indicated for what you can use for what, which is really cool. This is the second bathroom. Has a nice big shower, nice big tub. Kevin used this bathroom and worked good, yes?
Yes.
Master bedroom has a little patio to itself. Nice big tables on either side with actual extension extra cords for both sides, which was awesome. Had a big closet in here. It had room for hanging things in the middle, and then it had these on both sides. So plenty of space, blankets, there's extra sheets, everything in here, which is really, really handy and appreciated. This was the little bathroom in the master, and I used this one. It has a smaller shower, but it was fine for me. I had room for my stuff in here. This little cabinet here held my stuff, which is fine. Hooks. So this and these two on the back, nice solid hooks for hanging your stuff, because this is the only towel rack, which is fine as long as there's other places to hang stuff for your towel and other things. So, you know, I was able to put some things up over the top if I wanted to dry some things, but those are handy little tidbits.
Well, that was the inside. Now we're going to take you outside and show you the area, the neighborhood, and what's around here.
It's nice that the unit is just a few steps, well, probably about 50 steps away from a bus stop. There's a bus stop on both sides. And it's downhill if you're coming back from the grocery store, but if you're going to the grocery store, it's uphill. Once you get to the top of the hill, you can go down the hill toward the grocery store and stuff, or you can go right toward the Pacific Ocean. There are a lot of churches in this area. We've noticed quite a few. This is the Kohl's grocery store. This is where we get all our groceries. It's pretty well stocked. You can find quite a few things in there. There is a liquor store in there also, so you can buy liquor also if you don't want to go to Liquorland. There's a couple liquor stores in the entrance area. Couple of the restaurants in the area. There's a Chinese and Malaysian restaurant in the area. And what we like to do on a beautiful day like today is go to the Vietnamese bakery and get a banh mi. And we'll take the banh mi down to the riverside and eat down there. It's nice. And we'll bring our wonderful banh mi's. She couldn't wait. Down to the water's edge and enjoy the view and exploding banh mi's. Nice, they have these picnic tables and trash bins out by the river's edge, so you can have a picnic and dump your trash afterwards.
Okay, so this is Ken. He's working away back here.
They really do have a good bus system here. The system has probably about 6 or 7 different kinds of buses that goes by our area or by our home. Take anywhere to Tuggerah, to Gosford, takes you to multiple train stations. See? Trash day is tomorrow, which is Friday. The red is for garbage and the yellow is for recyclables. But there's the condo building that the unit's in. And down at the bottom of the hill is a 7-Eleven and a pizza place that we frequent. It's got really good pizza. So you need to walk back all the way to where the cement ends, and then the door into the units are right there.
Well, that was our Airbnb. It was a nice 2-bedroom place, 2-bath, so we had some space. If you've watched some of the earlier videos, you would have seen that we had some rainy days and some sunny days while we were here. It's a nice area. People are wonderful. The host is awesome. He was always available. You actually, you saw it if you watched earlier. He took us around the area.
Overall, it was a wonderful place to stay. We had plenty of room, and we'd recommend it. I'd definitely stay here again.
Oh, definitely. If you do come and stay here, in town, there's this place called Ken's Pie Shop.
Ken's Humble Pie.
Shop.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good. And what makes it so amazing is the crust.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, for you bakers out there, crust is everything. And a lot of people don't like crust just because there's so much crappy crust out there.
Yeah.
This is good crust.
It's
so
perfection in a pie.
yeah. And there's so many varieties
Yes.
of pies. And by pies, we're talking meat pies.
Similar to chicken pot pies
Yeah.
in the States.
Savory pies, not sweet pies, savory
Right.
pies. So all kinds of different combinations,
Oh, yeah.
and it's absolutely wonderful.
I think I'm going to miss that place the most.
Yeah, that's one thing I think we're going to miss when we leave here.
Yeah, but it's a good thing because I probably gained about 5 or 6 pounds just eating those pies. In fact, we're having one for dinner tonight too. Our last supper.
Yes.
But that's it for here. You get to see where we're going next week on the next edition of the Global Geezers.
Bye. Like the area, because we already talked about the area.
Did I not
right?
hit record?
Oh, for God's sake.
You do that. I took her what she was going to say.
That's okay.
Oh, well, where was I?
I don't know. You do you, boo.
We had some rainy days. We had some sunny days, as you could. He took us around the area.
Area. Took us around the area.
If you do come back, or if you do come back, if you come back, you've been here.
So weird.